Hi, I'm Jimmy Butler, and welcome to the Agile Digest, where we have right-sized topics covered in just minutes. Today's topic is wait until the last responsible moment. It's about 4.5 minutes, so enjoy. So we're going to talk about a couple dilemmas that come with decision making. Making early decisions increases the risk that we might be wrong, and so we might produce the wrong thing as a result, and that's going to cause rework. If we wait too long to make a decision, well, we might miss opportunities, and it also causes rework. And so there's a lean principle that's applied to the lean agile type way of working, and it's called last responsible moment. So we want to defer decisions and even defer certain types of work to the last responsible moment. And what this means is this: the cost of deciding is higher in the very beginning because risk is always higher in the beginning. There's a lot of unknowns. And so if you make those decisions, especially big ones that lock you in, early, the cost of deciding could be high because of the risk. Like we said earlier, you could be wrong, and likely you are. And as time goes on, the cost of that decision goes down, but then there's also the cost of deferring. The longer you wait to make a decision, the higher the cost could be if you cross that point of no return. And so the intersection is that last responsible moment. Not easy to define. It's something you're going to have to kind of figure out and determine on your own. But the idea here is to wait. So why do we want to wait to make decisions or to act on things? Well, for one, we want to gather as much information as we can. Good decision making comes with good information. So the longer we can wait responsibly, the more information we can have to make our decisions. So let those experiences influence those larger decisions. So when it comes to development, we might be thinking more in terms of minimum viable product, the MVP. And then we want to progressively elaborate on those until we find the right solution or to inform us better for other decisions down the road. I bring back this graphic that I've used before about, it was more and so about the way to create product with Agile versus Waterfall, but it's kind of similar to this concept as well. If we know we need a way to get from here to there, we make a big decision up front that we need a hardtop car, well then we're going to dive into a project that's going to produce a hardtop car no matter what. But if we take the MVP approach and progressively elaborate, and we start with one form of transportation, like a skateboard and then a scooter and then a bicycle, as we experience it and learn from it and realize the needs we have, we might find out that we don't need a car in the first place. Or if we do need a car, it's a convertible instead of a hardtop. And so delaying the decisions about the requirements in a way fits this model too. So you can produce the right thing instead of the wrong thing, and you can use the information to help you make better decisions. Last responsible moment not only applies to decisions, but it also applies to work you might do as well. So we want to defer our requirements and analysis work to the last responsible moment as well, because we don't want to spend time on something that could change by the time you get to it. So if you have a backlog, a lot of user stories, and you know that there are certain stories that you're not really projected to even start working on for 3, 4, 5, 6 months from now, there's no sense in defining out the details and fleshing out all those requirements now, because by the time you get around to when you thought you were going to do it, you may not even do it at all, or the requirement may change, because once you start putting product out there and the users provide feedback, what you need might change. And it goes the same thing with analyzing problems and potential solutions. Only address those things that are coming up near term. Wait to the last responsible moment. So in summary, the key word here is responsible. Yes, we're waiting, we're deferring, but we're doing it in a responsible manner. We don't need to make all decisions up front. And past projects and past ways of working, that's the way we were taught. We got to make a lot of these decisions up front and put these big plans in place. No, we don't. There's a risk of being wrong higher in the beginning than there is later on. So let that risk settle down a little bit, let information inform your decisions, and think just in time. Well, that concludes this digest. I always welcome your feedback, so please email me at the email address on the screen. Thank you.